In this tutorial today, I'm going to show you just another look coming from my one compact makeup. So everything is coming from one compact that's customized to my skin tones. I can do my makeup in a matter of minutes. I'm even going to show you a really simple eyeshadow look that looks like I spent a lot of time. It's just 2 eyeshadows coming from my compact. Check it out. First thing I'm going to do on my face of makeup is customized to my needs. So based on your skin tones and hyperpigmentation, you may or may not need color correcting. So color correcting is a little different than foundation. So foundation is going to give you coverage and dimension, and I love our 3D foundation, but some people have different hyperpigmentation that they may need to address. So for me, I have 2 forms of color correcting I like to take care of. The first is my rosacea. So I love to use this tint of makeup. This is Aspen Contour. So it's our lightest shade of contour, and it is a wonderful color corrector if you have redness like rosacea or breakouts or any pink, excess pink levels. So this is going to color correct. It just means it's going to cancel out the excess color. The next form of color correcting I'm going to address are my dark circles underneath my eyes. And so the orange shades in Mango Highlight will cancel out the blue. So dependent on the color you have underneath your eye depends on what shade of highlight will help as a color corrector. So reach out if you have questions about that. Otherwise, 99% of the time, Mango Highlight will do the trick. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of that underneath my eye. Now I'm going to move on to my 3D foundation. So there's no right or wrong way to apply your 3D foundation. I'm just going to show you one way to apply it today. So I'm going to first start off with my main highlight. This is your base color. It looks very close to your regular skin tone. You're just going to pop it right in there. You can see my main highlight. You can see a little bit of the bottom of the tin. But the great thing is these products are highly pigmented, so a little goes a long way. They should last you 3 to 4 months. So I love that. Typically when I see the bottom tin like that, I normally do reorder my highlight. That way I stay ahead of restocking. But that tin of makeup will still last me plenty of time. I would say I have a good 1.5 to 2 months left of that product. So with your makeup, you can apply it with a finger or you can apply it with a brush. I recommend to apply it with a brush of ours just because you'll end up using less makeup and you won't be taking your fingers and sticking it into your makeup, which can expose it to bacteria, which can cause you unnecessary breakouts. So I'm just going to take the fluffy end of the blend brush, pick up my base highlight, my main highlight. This is the color Amber, so it's matched to my skin tones. Your main highlight may be different. The names are on the back of the tin. So I'm just going to apply that main highlight strategically where I need coverage. So the areas I applied my main highlight were in the middle of my forehead, on my nose and on both sides of my nose, on my chin and around my mouth. I did not focus my main highlight underneath my eyes, in the T-zone, up here on my forehead, on my cheeks or my cheekbone, and down here in this region. You can apply a very thin layer all over when you're starting out just to figure out where to apply your products, but I don't apply it all over just because I don't want to layer with my makeup. The next color I'm going to add into my 3D foundation is my contour. So your contour is going to be a darker color. It's going to be brown. It's also a cream, but it's a little thicker, and it's thicker for a reason. So you do want to apply this on your face, although it looks really scary, especially starting out with. It's going to give you coverage like traditional foundation does, and it's going to give you dimension. So you're going to place it strategically. You can use your finger to apply it, or you can use a brush. I'm going to switch brushes just to show you my favorite brush for doing my contour. So if you're starting out with contour and you're really having a hard time mastering it, whether that's applying it or blending it out, I highly recommend the detail brush. This brush of ours makes it super easy to apply your contour. So I'm going to take the flat edge of my contour on my detail brush. I'm going to dip it into my contour, and then I'm going to stamp a line right here on my cheekbone. Can you see the facelift that that gave me? Just applying that contour line right there in my cheekbone. So now I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna do a contour line on my forehead, and I'm just gonna do temple to temple. You can see that blends beautifully. So I did a contour line up here because I didn't have any of my main highlight up there. It is giving me coverage, but dimension. It's making my forehead look smaller. The fourth place of contour you want to apply is on your jawline. Earlobe to earlobe. This brush makes it so easy. Watch as I just do a little bit of contour along my jawline to really make it more defined. The last item I'm going to add with my 3D foundation is my accent highlight. So this is the shade I told you of highlight that basically replaces concealer. It's just a lighter and brighter shade of my main highlight. So I'm just going to pop that on. Traditionally, where you would use concealer to brighten up certain areas of my face. So watch where I apply it underneath my eyes. I'm going to take my blend brush, the smaller end, and I'm just going to tap a little bit of my accent highlight in the inner corner underneath my eyes to really brighten under there. And every time you pick up product with your Seint brush, less is more. That's why using a Seint brush really helps. I'm gonna pop that on the outer corner of my eye as well. And you don't have to swipe hard with your brush. It does all the work, just tap it in. Can you see the difference of using accent highlight underneath that eye right there compared to that? It just looks more bright and awake and beautiful. So let's pop that on the other side. Some other areas of placement for your accent highlight would be in the T-zone. That is going to be right in between your eyebrows. And then if you don't have any foundation up above them, which I don't, I'm just gonna apply a little bit of accent highlight up there and then down the bridge of my nose. I like to pop some on in the middle of my upper lip and chin. And then if your neck is a lot lighter than your face, apply it right underneath your contour line on your cheekbone to really make that contour line on the cheekbone stand out more, and so that the face and the neck match up. One step you don't want to skip with this makeup is blending it. So I still need to do a little bit more blending when it comes to my 3D foundation. You could apply blush and bronzer at this point if you'd like. As a personal preference of mine, I save that after I have used a setting powder because of my oily skin. So this is our perfector sponge. You do want to get this wet and squeeze the excess water out. That way it's damp. And so you're just going to bounce it on your skin and it's going to pick up any excess makeup off. It's also going to push the cream in so it looks more natural, and it's going to blend it. Now you can set your makeup at the very end if you'd like. If you have oily skin, this is where I set my makeup. When I say set your makeup, I mean you're going to use a setting spray to lock your makeup in so it doesn't move around, so it stays in place all day and it lasts. Your Seint makeup should last from morning to the very end of day, even when you're wearing a mask. So this is our setting spray. You can spray it directly on your face, or you can spray it on your sponge like you did in the beginning with the primer, and you're just gonna tap that spray onto your skin to set it. Tint of makeup I'm gonna add into my compact is bronzer. This is the lightest shade of bronzer we have, Tanlines. I love Tanlines when it's fall or winter because it's just a little bit more of a toned down bronzer look. So I'm gonna take my blend brush and pick up Tanlines and just apply that bronzer on the high points of my face. So I'm gonna apply it right above my contour, on my cheekbones, and underneath on my forehead. Just watch, bronzer equals warmth. So you're just gonna warm your skin up and make it look like you've been out in the sun for a little bit. Now we're gonna add a flush of color. I'm talking about blush and lip. So Plum is a gorgeous color when it comes to fall. I love using it for my blush and my lip color. I'm just gonna pick up Plum and just tap that on my cheekbone. I like to apply my blush right up here and really, I'm going for that lifted look. I really want my face to look as skinny as possible. What woman doesn't? because it's a lip and cheek, you can also use it as a lip color. So you can take your finger. I'm just gonna take one of our smaller brushes, the Multitasker, and apply Plum straight onto my lips for a nice little bit of color. I'm gonna do my eye makeup in a second, but I did want to show you a really nice thing to have that's a little extra but fun. That's Illuminator. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit of this powder Illuminator. This is one of my favorites, Starlet, on the high points of my cheekbone just to really highlight that area for a soft glow. I'm gonna show you the easiest eyeshadow look because why not? I mean, I could go out like this, but I really went to do my eyes because I really like to play them up. First thing I have on my eyelid is a primer. You can use your highlight foundation. If you have really oily eyelids, then get a good high quality primer like this one by Urban Decay. This is their primer potion. I just applied it on the base of my eyelid. That way I have the stage set for my eyeshadows. That's gonna help the colors be more pigmented. That's also gonna help the eyeshadows to not crease throughout the day. I'm gonna take the fluffy end of the eyeshadow brush and go into this matte caramel color Butterscotch. I'm gonna pick up Butterscotch with the fluffy end of my eyeshadow brush and tap the excess off. Tap the excess off because these are powders, so you may get fallout in this region right here, and if you do, that's okay. We can fix that because it's cream makeup right there. I'm holding my eyeshadow brush in the middle, and I'm gonna take that fluffy end and start right here on my eyelid, and I'm just going to start applying that gorgeous Butterscotch color all over my eyelid, like a windshield wiper motion. If you can keep your eye open, this will really help you to know how high to apply that color. When you get used to applying it though, you'll know how high to apply that base color. So I love this color Butterscotch. It's a really good base color. The fluffy end of the eyeshadow brush really evenly distributes that color all over the eyelid. And then I'm gonna bring Butterscotch softly down underneath my eye. I've switched ends of the eyeshadow brush to the small end, and I'm just gonna bring Butterscotch all the way under here. I'm gonna wrap it around my eye. Just like that. I could leave my house just with that color. It's such a pretty color. That back and forth motion really helps get that color up there because you walk around with your eyes open. You want your eyeshadows to be seen. If you have a hooded eyelid, I have a slight hooded eyelid. If the top of your eyelid is resting on the bottom and it's hard to see the eyeshadows, don't just put your eyeshadows right here on this crease. Then you don't see those gorgeous colors. Get it all the way up there. Don't let that color scare you. You can see it really helps my eyes to pop. So this is one of our newer colors. This is Hot Chocolate. I'm just gonna take my finger, pick up that gorgeous warm brown shimmer just like that, and I'm going to tap that all over my eyelid right here. So I first started at the center, and I'm just kind of applying, packing the excess that's left on my finger softly up here and on the inner corner, just like that. And it's super pretty. Just so easy and so effortless. It looks like I spent a long time on my eye makeup when if I wasn't talking, I could do it in a matter of seconds because I have the eyeshadow brush, I have those two colors, Butterscotch and Hot Chocolate, bada bing. And that's it. That's my one compact makeup. So everything right here in one place so you can do your makeup in a matter of minutes. The key to this makeup is figuring out which application technique you like and whether you want it to look as natural and airbrushed as possible or if you want it to be glam. So the possibilities really are endless. So if you don't have this makeup and you are ready to get started and you want to get color matched, check out my link. I have a color match form where you can get color matched by me virtually, and then I will help you build a compact based on your budget and your makeup preferences, and then I can show you how you can do your makeup in a matter of minutes, help it last all day, and feel really confident that it's enhancing your natural beauty and you're ready to go.